The story of Mark Robinson. Just awful. He's just awful. One thing to keep in mind as we travel down this strange history, Mark Robinson was Donald Trump's hand-picked, personally approved candidate. He is, according to Trump, a better person than Martin Luther King. Robinson was born and raised in Greensboro, North Carolina. He worked mostly in furniture factory jobs and ran a daycare that was consistently cited as being dangerous and unsanitary, as well as failing to keep proper documentation and presenting fake licenses. Robinson and his wife sold the daycare center in order to end the investigation. Fleeing from the consequences of his actions is a common tactic for Robinson. His wife, Yolanda, ran a scam business called Balanced Nutrition that took nearly $7 million from the state and funneled much of it to Robinson himself and other family members, while failing to deliver free school lunches to underprivileged students. Robinson has stated that his position with the company allowed him to quit working and enter politics, which is surprisingly similar to J.D. Vance's own failed nonprofit. Recently, Balanced Nutrition came under review from the state, and a scathing report was issued, as well as fines and an upcoming demand for repayment. Robinson's reaction to all this? Well, he's just ignored it. Completely and utterly ignored the state investigators and review board, just praying it will just go away if he gets elected. Strangely enough, when he ran for lieutenant governor, he purposefully waited until late in the process, after the financial disclosure period had passed, to put his name on the ballot. And he failed to disclose his donors and how he spent his money. But his aggressive demeanor and incendiary language made him very attractive to Donald Trump. In June, Robinson really ratcheted up his insanity. At a church meeting, he took the microphone and screamed about how some people, evil people, needed to be killed. Through his campaign, he has screamed about communists, about Marxists, about how bisexual and gay people are by nature pedophiles, that trans women needed to be jailed, that Barack Obama isn't a citizen, and Michelle is secretly a man. He was truly unhinged during these last few months. So when a deluge of information about who Mark really is came out, well, who is really surprised by this? Robinson's email, one he still uses and confirmed by the campaign, was linked to obscene forums where he listed off fantasies about trans women, insane ideas about reinstating slavery, and just general madness that grips the entirety of the MAGA religious cult. In addition to this, local pawn shops have come forward and said he was a regular for years, with staff being on a first-name basis with Robinson. They state he was in their store nearly 5 nights a week and even had a favorite video booth. Over 2 decades, he purchased thousands of videos, including specialty bootleg videos sold under the table. All that being said, it's fine to have your kinks. It's not fine to turn around and shame others, call for the reinstitution of slavery, the jailing of LGBTQ people, scam underprivileged children out of millions of dollars, endanger the lives of preschool children, and do it all while hiding behind the skirts of religion and Donald Trump. Mark Robinson is awful. He is an angry, hate-filled con artist who needs to be driven from politics and into long-term intensive therapy, and probably jail. This is Donald Trump's Republican Party. It is unhinged, immoral, and ultimately self-destructive. These people do not deserve your trust, and they do not deserve your consent to be governed by them.